Welcome to Wheel Stutter Blindly.
Yeah, make some noise!
Welcome to Wheel Stutter Blindly. I'm Wheel.
I'm Stutter.
I'm Blindly, I guess.
And this is a podcast
Yes.
with three messed up dudes who are disabled talking about our lives, talking about just the world. We're comedians.
Yes, we are.
And we're a little twisted in the head, but that's good. That's why you're here, because you're a little twisted too. So,
Welcome.
welcome. What's going on, guys? What's happening in your world? Todd, you seeing much lately?
Not too much.
No.
It's all still gray and blurry.
Things are looking bright outside?
No, it's getting dark already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right
Right now
here.
it's dark.
Scattered light in the morning.
Yeah,
George
man,
Carlin
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
At like 6:30 it gets light out.
Yeah, but it's dark right now. It's like 4:45, so
Yeah.
it's dark. It sucks. Fucking hate it. That's one thing that wouldn't bother you. Like, I get seasonal depression when the time changes back. Big
Yeah.
time. For like 2, 3, 4 weeks, I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Oh, see, I don't have that. I have it every season.
Yeah.
So it's
Every
easier.
day's the
You just have
same
it-
day.
You just have it. You just
Every
have it,
day's different.
you just have
yeah.
it 24/7. I get it. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So what's going on with these subways you were talking about?
No, the federal government gave Toronto a lot of money to change the subways.
Yeah, Danforth.
How much was it?
I think it's $250 million for the
$250 million over like 5 years.
Yeah, for the Danforth line
Yes.
with those stupid.
However, how long had the Eglinton subway station
Oh, God.
been under construction? Or
The line. I got stuck coming for a job interview.
yeah,
In 7 years ago almost.
right on
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah, Baby
going on
Eglinton
longer
was
than
torn up
that.
that long ago. Yeah.
And it's so funny how all the subway stations on the outside, they look beautiful. They're all finished on the outside.
Mhm.
But underneath it, it's not even, I think they didn't dig further enough.
Yeah.
They didn't dig further enough.
Oh, so they got to dig down more?
They gotta dig down more. The thing also is they're already constructing the Ontario line.
Yeah.
So which will be done faster, the Ontario line
We'll see.
Oh, wow.
or the Eglinton line that was constructed like started 14 years ago?
Or the Finch line. The most frustrating thing about the Eglinton line is it's the second time they built it.
Yeah.
They built it in the 90s, and then Mike
And they
Harris filled it in.
destroyed it.
Yeah.
Mike Harris, man, he ruined education.
What blows my mind, though,
Yeah.
is like,
Sold 407, but now Ford's going to buy it back for $30 billion.
What's your take on it?
well, just first off, the TTC itself is $250 million short on making all subway stations accessible by January 2025.
Yeah.
So here we are, December 2024.
Yeah.
December whatever.
Yeah.
We are, 2nd.
Yeah.
By January 1st, all stops at the TTC must be accessible under the AODA, right? Accessibility
What is that?
Ontario with Disabilities Act,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So they mandated it. So I say, and I'm looking in the camera here at everybody, let's get together and sue these fuckers. January
Yeah, but-
1st, sue them all. No, man, they
But
spend
to sue them-
money frivolously. They had all the money.
Yeah.
We needed to spend $2 billion to get beer in corner stores.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard.
That's
It's hard.
ridiculous, man.
It's hard to see them over.
What I want, I want to be able to go to the convenience store and get a fucking joint. That's what I want.
Yeah, there's not
That
pot
won't
shops
happen.
anywhere.
No, but I want it.
Very few.
Get
very
rid of
few.
all the pot shops.
Yeah.
And just have it at convenience stores
One
and gas
stop.
stations.
One stop.
One-stop shop.
Not
Get your
these.
chips, get your cookies.
So I get my
your joints.
chips
Yeah.
and a pre-roll
You're good.
and a soda, and I'm good to go.
Not to mention these pot shops where they have to keep the blinds down so you can't see the pot.
They look
So
so
they get robbed all.
corporate.
They get robbed all the
They
time.
look so corporate. They don't look like a pot shop. They don't smell like a pot
The
shop.
one on my street's actually a mom and pop store. It's a mom and her kids that work at it,
Oh, yeah?
which I think is pretty funny.
Where are you, Young Eglinton?
Mount Pleasant and Eglinton.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, if you're White Rabbit, if you're ever up there.
Okay.
They're good people. They had a
Mom and the kids?
It's a mom and her kids, yeah.
Nice.
They have
Oh,
comedy.
wow.
They have comedy shows once in a while, or they used to.
Okay.
What was that show on HBO back in the day? The mom selling weed. And,
Weeds.
Oh, Weeds.
Weeds. Yeah, that was a good
Mary,
show.
what's her name? Mary
Mary
Louise
Louise
Parker.
Parker.
She's hot, man. You guys ever been in Fantino's weed shop there in Kensington
One
Market?
plant.
Yeah, one
They
plant.
had one
Fantino
up to me,
owned that.
too.
Part like
He
he's
used
up
to-
he's
he
on-
used to be.
Yeah, he was a part owner
Yeah,
in it.
but they always
They sold
They
out.
try to hit it.
No, yeah, but
They try to hide it.
yeah, of course they did. They didn't want his name being associated with that.
There's so many
I remember I
politicians.
offered him a joint once.
What?
I offered Fantino a joint once.
Yeah, he doesn't smoke.
I know. We were at that SARS concert back in the day.
Star
Oh yeah.
And so before we went in, my buddy and I were sitting on some cardboard rolling up a whole bunch of joints so we didn't have to do it at the, like, inside, right? It's because it's too fucking impossible.
Yeah.
And he announced on the news, like, 2 days or a day before the show that they asked him, like, well, what about if people are smoking marijuana? And he's like, oh, we're not going to bother anybody that's smoking marijuana. So he rolled by in a fucking golf cart. And
Yeah.
I had a couple big bats rolled up. I'm like, hey, man, you want to spark one up with me? And he just looked at me, fucking shook his head, and
Just laughed.
just kept going. Yeah.
Where now, like when I was leaving corner last week, there's construction outside, so there's
Yeah.
a cop there, and I like had my vape in my hand, holding the cop's arm, walking out to the street.
Nice.
Yeah,
But it's
You
legal.
ask anybody
But it's
to
legal
help
now,
You walk the
wasn't it?
street?
yeah.
How do you
yeah.
ask them? You just look like, hey,
Excuse me, can you help me for a second?
How do
Yeah.
you know?
Jared, first of all, he doesn't look around.
Okay,
No, I do this.
sense. How do you sense? Thank you, Dante.
I'll just say,
It was counter number
Five. We're at 5.
Okay.
yeah, I just ask, see if you can help me, and most people maybe have headphones in, but they usually walk by. Or I had someone outside Absolute. The wife yelled at the husband for helping me. That was fun.
She
Yeah.
yelled.
Yeah,
at
she's
you?
like, we don't have time, David.
Oh.
And me and him started laughing. And I was like on the stairs going down to Absolute. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be on stage in 5 minutes.
I would have said,
I would have called it out on stage.
see you next Tuesday, lady.
I would have called it
Why
out
get
on
mad?
stage.
Why get mad?
Called it out on stage.
I did. I made fun of her on stage.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But the sad
What'd
thing
you
about it
say?
is she was just mad because she thought I was a homeless guy when she realized I was just a blind guy. She was
I
fine.
love
She was
this
fine to
shit.
help me then. Right?
No.
When she saw I was blind, it was okay.
I remember I was in Niagara Falls,
Yeah.
and there was these young girls. They were getting ready to go to a club at the Fallsview Casino, and they all, like, you know, Vegas, where they have those short mini skirts and pretty much everything's hanging out, right? So
Yeah.
anyways, they're all dressed up like that, right? And I'm going across the street, and they're coming at me, and the lady's like, oh, here you go, homeless guy. And she passed me this, like, cigarette she found on the ground or something like that. And she's like, here, homeless
Yeah,
guy,
but-
you need this. And I said, no, thanks a lot, prostitute lady. And she's like, what? And I said, well, you're a prostitute, right? And her friend's like, you can't call her that. And I said, well, she assumed that I was fucking homeless, and I'm not homeless. You're dressed like a prostitute. So, you know,
They call it sex workers.
will you
where-
blow me
Yeah.
for $60? And they got all mad and walked away, and I'm just howling.
I'm
Man,
unhoused,
fuck you.
bitch.
I was walking by this like church in Austin, and there's people handing out food to the homeless. I got a free supper that night.
Nice.
No joke. He's like, here, go ahead, have a hot meal. I'm like,
There you go.
thank you. It was quite good.
Well, maybe you just look like a comedian. They're poor.
Like, you know,
unless you're...
I appreciate what some of these Christians do, right? I appreciate it. But the problem is when I say no, I mean no. Like you and I and Garrett, guys were in the scooters and I was in the wheelchair, and we were on the east side of the city where
Okay.
east side of the city in Toronto on Queen Street. It's pretty
Yeah.
bad. It's filled with a lot of, people that
Oh, that was a funny thing.
appear to call the streets home, right? So anyways,
No
we
Christians.
go up, like, they're all blocking the sidewalk,
Yeah.
so I can't get through with their tables of clothes and all this. And he's like grabbing a bag of, like, used clothes, saying, here, you need this. I'm like, no, I do not need that. I'm fine. Thank you very much. And then he's like, oh, well, here, take a bag of food. And I'm like, I don't need your craft dinner. Thank you very much. I'm okay. And he's like, no, you need it. And I'm like, no, I know what I need, motherfucker, and I don't need that. And he's like, well, at least take a water. And I'm like, if I take a water, will you leave me the fuck alone?
I took a water.
That'll take a while.
I take a water any day of the week. Give
Yeah.
me water.
I'll take your
Let's
water.
go.
God bless. I'd say God bless for water.
God bless.
Why
I know,
not?
but I
Praise
don't.
the
Mazel
Lord.
tov.
Praise the Lord.
Whatever the other ones
Put some
say.
heavy on. Praise the Lord.
I don't like drinking that cheap plastic fluoride-filled water.
I don't. same shit.
His body is
But-
a temple.
To be honest with you, I forgot my water, and I could use a bit more water right
Well,
now.
fuck, not that
Dante,
plastic water.
Dante, can you pass me a bit of water? Do you think is that yours?
That's mine.
Do you
No,
mind
I
if we
can't have
share?
With the whole thing, Katie.
They're outside because we're not supposed to have water in the studio.
What?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Unless it's capped.
We're allowed to have it if
We're
it's
bringing a
capped.
lot right now.
Well,
Can I drink-
mine's not capped.
Can I drink
so
King Cans in here?
that's good.
That
Yeah.
seemed to be okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got the big rule here.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, man, like,
Thank
people
you.
always assume, like, people have a good heart, right? And
Yeah.
they want to, man, people gave me money for charity, and I don't need it. And, like, people give me money. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I'm like, okay.
You take it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not doing that stereotype any justice.
And I called my drug dealer afterwards. I got some weed. I got some weed. So
I need some hashish.
I needed it, man.
Has anybody ever offered you money before?
No. People
yeah.
grab me all the time. They'll like grab me at like at the street corner and stuff. I did that at corner. That joke really did well. I said, even here, like they freak out when I stand up. They're like, oh shit, he's on the move.
He's on the move.
I helped you, yeah, man.
And then I said, people grab me by the shoulders and try and walk me that way. And then Jared came up and grabbed me by the shoulders and walked me off stage that way.
Wait,
was fun.
whatever, man.
No, it was too tight. You
Yeah.
couldn't get around me.
There's no room there.
No, it's not.
Oh, for side-by-side action
Yeah.
you're talking about?
No side-by-side
You like
action.
side-by-side action.
So you took him from the back?
Yeah.
There was someone
Nice.
else there using a wheelchair. Was it a comedian or
On that
audience?
night.
On that night. But I like James. Come on now.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to get through the seated section and with a wheelchair, and James is like, "You're more of a pain in the ass than that blind guy."
With a wheelchair. With a wheelchair.
What's that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Wheelchair?
someone's in a wheelchair.
Okay. Okay. He's in a wheelchair.
I am in a
Okay.
wheelchair.
It wasn't beeping though, so it wasn't him. I thought, Blair's here because I heard a wheelchair, but there's no beeping. So Blair
Yeah.
has a debit machine on
Oh,
the arm of
man.
his.
I love when, no, just like, yeah, man, sometimes when you walking by the churches, people always try to hand me food and stuff.
Maybe they're trying to give it to me. I just don't know.
They want to see the, whatever.
I've
People
had
do that, try and hand me stuff they won't address me.
But also,
that's
man, I once gave money to a homeless person in Israel.
I appreciated it.
It was an old shekel. And he told me, I can't take it. It's old. Like, it's not
wasn't-
new money, right? So old people, so like,
Oh.
some homeless people are like,
Picky.
picky, you know?
I want money I can spend.
Once I was out of fucking Calgary, and this homeless guy had a sign saying, I'm hungry. So I went into fucking 7-Eleven and got him a fucking turkey sandwich.
nice.
And he's like, I don't want that.
Oh, he doesn't like turkey.
He's like, I don't want that. I'm like, you're hungry.
Not that hungry.
Not that hungry.
7-Eleven
Oh, like,
sandwich.
I think the sign, I just said like, hungry food or something.
He might crack.
He wanted crack and not a turkey sandwich.
Yeah.
He was cuckoo for crack.
But like, man,
I ripped off.
take the turkey sandwich, you fucking.
But still, you can trade it for crack. They work on a bartering system, I think.
7-Eleven makes good turkey sandwiches. Look at.
You don't say.
I ripped off a homeless guy one night.
Yeah.
For a spot?
I was.
I'm sleeping here, motherfucker.
No, I was going into the Rogers Center, but I was waiting for a friend. I was meeting a friend, and I didn't eat anything all day, and I didn't really drink anything other than water, and like low blood sugar got to me, and I thought I was fucking gonna die, right? I'm like, I need a pop or whatever. So I had no money on me, and they didn't take debit, and so there was this homeless guy sitting there begging, and I'm like, dude, can I borrow $2 from you, and I'll give you $5 after the game? And he's like, no, man, no. Right? And I'm like, well, my blood sugar's really low and I don't have any money. And he jumps right up, right on his feet. He's like, you can't fuck around with that, man. And he digs
Really?
into his pants. He gets the toonie, he gives it to me.
So
I get a drink and a hot dog. Oh, so maybe he gave me a bit more. I can't
successfully-
remember.
At the Rogers Center?
Yeah,
Yeah,
outside.
$2.
outside.
Yeah,
This was
1968.
like 4 years ago. 5 years
Was
ago.
it?
$2 hot dogs?
$20.
Yeah, so I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I got my drink and I ate. Oh, Andrea, when she met me, she went and got the hot dog. But I had the pop to drink it to get the sugar back going, right?
So you argued to a homeless guy that you were worse off than him, so you needed his money.
Yeah, I
And
bartered.
he bought it.
Yeah.
How homeless was he?
He was. I don't know. He had
Yeah,
dirty.
How homeless was he?
Yeah,
he
he
had
had-
$2 already in his pocket.
In his pocket, yeah.
He had really dirty shoes with holes in them. That's how I judge
okay.
guys.
So he was white.
But anyways, when the game was over, I forgot to go back and give him $5.
Mm.
But I did see him working the strip at the Rogers Center a couple days later and gave him a 5.
And he would think,
That was a nice voice crack. I gave him a
Nice.
5. Yeah.
And that panhandler was Roberto Alomar.
Yes.
ah,
Oh, I got a quick story about
that's
him.
sleazy fuck.
So I got a quick story about him. So a buddy of mine, I just about said his name. I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, so his sister ran into Roberto Alomar at like a Blue Jay function, and she's like really hot, and they kind of like hit it off or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, do you wanna go out?
herpes?
Do you want to go out and like get some food or whatever?" So they went and got some food, and when it was done, he's like, "You want to come back to my place?" And she's like, "Sure." So they go back to his place. He's like, "Okay, I'll be right back." And he went into another room and he came out naked, and he like just kind of put his hand on the wall and looked at her and pointed at his cock and said, "Suck of the cock." And she's like,
I'm
like,
sure that's
"No,
not the first time
I'm
did
outta
that.
here."
No.
I'm sure
No way.
it worked many times before.
He did the naked man, right?
I'm sure it worked many times before.
Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Right? They did the naked man
Yeah.
thing. If the girl went to the other room, then he would get naked, and sometimes it was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It used to
then
be funny.
sometimes
Now
not.
it's like 3 to 5.
Yeah.
Well, now it's like take your name off of the level of excellence at the Blue Jays,
Yeah.
at the Rogers Center.
He's no longer
wasn't that excellent.
ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he with J-Lo for a long time, too?
No, was he?
Alomar?
No.
No?
That's Alex Rodriguez.
Oh,
yes,
A-Rod.
that was Rodriguez.
A-Rod Alomar.
I hate that A-Rod guy big time. Fuck him.
To the Yankee.
He's a piece of shit.
He's Yankee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Have you
piece of
ever
shit.
robbed somebody, Todd?
Not knowingly.
Have I robbed people?
Have you robbed people?
Yeah. Yeah.
I robbed somebody too.
Stick them up?
Yeah. I was. You know the story.
Oh,
I went
is this recently that
a
story?
couple months ago.
Yes,
Were
yes.
your intentions
I
to
want
rob
to tell
them?
the story.
I didn't think he was ever going to say this.
All right.
I
Alright,
am
sorry.
going to tell the story.
Okay, get ready. I'm telling you, get ready to clip this.
I
and
went
share
to
it.
You're gonna laugh, you'll
massage
cry.
parlor. I went to a massage parlor.
License?
Rub and tug.
Not a
Amateur.
Asian-
They all had
Asian
amateur status.
establishment.
Yeah.
What?
They all had amateur status. They weren't licensed.
Asian establishment.
Okay.
I think it's whatever.
An
Yeah.
Asian establishment.
Asian establishment. With Hello Kitty dogs. Like, hello. You know, like cat doll that says like.
Yeah.
That's how you know. You hit like a rubber dog.
Why? Because this is the jack off.
You have to see like the Asian cat with like the
That's
so,
the
like,
that's the first way you know. That's not the only way.
no. There's a lot of other ways.
Yeah, you'll find out later.
Yeah, you find out. So like I
Oh,
went,
Blair might not.
and this thing happened. You know, it happened. I finished off, and I noticed that the money was still sitting on the counter. She didn't even try to take it. I counted in my head how many times that she could have taken the money. I'm like, okay, she'll take the money. No, she never took the money. Never took the money. I got dressed, cut my sock off. I'm like, take the money.
Take the money,
I'm like,
Jerry.
take the money. Instead,
Now's
she
your
doesn't
chance.
want the money.
Oh, she probably wanted it.
Yeah, but she didn't even try to take it.
Was that your money or was that someone?
It was my money that I put on the counter.
Oh.
She
was-
never even tried to take it after.
It was $50, right? And so
Maybe
you
she
gave her
thought,
the
I'll
$50.
just wash my hands first, then I'll get this.
Yeah, but they usually take it
Put it away.
before they do the thing.
Well, she thought you were trustworthy. You showed her.
And then, yes, so I took the money and I ran. And she fucking jumped on my back to try to take it. jumped on my box. Like, give me 50, 50, 20, 20, 20. And then I just ran out the door and
Yeah, no, what you told me originally was I was like, fuck you, bitch, get the fuck off me, bitch.
yeah, I was like, fuck you. And I just ran.
Wow.
Yeah. So now Jared has the Asian mafia after him for...
Well, just her. She probably had to pay the owner for a room.
Yeah,
You should go give that hand job back.
What?
You should go give that hand job back.
Yeah, wasn't that
That's
good?
not fair.
Wasn't that enjoyable? It wasn't that. Yeah. Like, going to the Asian rubber tug and just going through the motions, like,
It's not as good as homemade.
you know, there's other places where you go and it's like, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
It's, you know.
I guess you really, really need a hand job.
A guy I worked with back in the day, another iron worker, his wife got him like 10 massages at this parlor.
Oh,
Because,
yeah?
you know, he's an iron worker using his muscles all the time. So for Christmas, she got him 10 massages. Well, it was a fucking rub and tug.
She didn't know.
She didn't know.
She had no idea.
She
No
had the Hello
idea.
Kitty
Bought him
thing.
10 jack-offs from Asian
What did he
girl.
do?
She's really
Huh?
cool.
He went.
Hell yeah.
He thought she was the best
He
wife.
told her with a rubber tug?
This guy was fucking crazy, man. We'd be driving downtown, and you know, this back in the day, so there was more, you know, women on the street that were there, right? So he just rolled
Butter
down.
Harvey's.
He would just roll down the window. Yeah,
Jarvis?
yeah, we were.
Jarvis.
Well, I never even knew that till we moved to Toronto, and we used to drive down Jarvis to get to the QW.
Yeah, hooker
And we were
Harveys.
like, yeah, I know what's going on. Harvey's.
Gerard and Jarvis. Anyway,
they pick up
he
their
would
meal and
always,
then
he would
hitchhike home?
always scream, "Hey, you working?" And if they said yeah, he's like, "Okay, boys, get out of the crew truck," and we'd have to get out and stand on the street while he's getting a Hummer, and then we'd get back in and go to work. Good morning.
Nice.
You working? Everybody. Oh God, he was a little annoying that way, but yeah, man, he
that
didn't
way.
care.
Yeah. I used to go to rubber tugs a lot more often in my 20s. When I had money.
Well,
Nice.
you found how to get them for free now. 2 for 1.
Yeah.
You just pay for the second one.
Blair the handy. Blair the handy.
Hey, hands off.
Okay, on that note, we're going to have to cut this, boys. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. You can catch us once a month at Comedy Bar Danforth for Laughs Without Limits, baby. I host. Jared either features or headlines. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.